This episode of Kstv is brought to you by Gem Creative, custom designs, printing, web designs, SEO, and more.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hi, Ron.
Oh, it's Kevin.
Yeah, and it's Ron.
And the Kevin Ron, yeah, us.
It's our turn now. So
what a true show.
Sit down, pull up a chair, and watch out.
Yeah, exactly. and talking about watching.
Yes, well, I was just thinking, I was reading an article the other day about the Loch Ness Monster.
Right.
Are you a believer in that kind of myth?
I believe that people believe.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are a believer then?
Of some sort. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, I think it's pretty much been proven that there really is no Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, I thought it was the other way.
No.
Like the articles that I read sort of prove that
that
something has happened.
Yeah, there's some things that have been disproven or proven falsely, if you want to call it that. But that little town in Scotland, I believe, they make about $55 million off of that marketing stuff. And there's a company just for marketing the Loch Ness
and
Monster.
you're part of the Chamber of Commerce here. So, what would $55 million do for us here?
Well, I could probably get a raise.
Well, what a great idea.
But we don't have any creatures like that around Kindersley that I'm aware of.
Well, they've stayed low because they don't want us to know. Unlike the pictures that I've seen. What they say, 1933, they started off with pictures?
Something like that,
Yeah.
It's like Bigfoot. It's very elusive.
Yeah.
Now, they say it's there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, Bigfoot could probably walk on water over in Scotland, and that would be a picture to take.
Oh, no, that one I'd love to see.
Wouldn't that be great? Oh, yeah. Instead, like they just say it's an eel or something, eh?
Well, or
what
a kind of plesiosaur. They say an old dinosaur that got locked in there when the land shifted during the way back when.
Oh, okay. I like the idea of a catfish that just grew up.
That could
in
be
the last few years.
Well, we'd introduce a few dogfish to chase them out.
Wouldn't that be great? But I think part of this, and I'm going to talk a cultural moment,
of course,
here, right? Of course, because I just do those things.
Of course.
We live in a day and age where we're talking about artificial intelligence, which, if you back it up, we can talk about photoshopping, or we can talk about lying and deception, or we can talk about. I mean, it's a whole thing.
It is.
And perhaps the Loch Ness Monster is real, or perhaps not. We don't have, and we're very evidence-based people in our world. I mean, we got to show me the whatever. I don't know.
Show me the proof.
I'd love to see the Loch Ness Monster. Somebody walking over with it. Oh, here, see. Yeah, right. You aren't gonna. That thing's supposed to be huge.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. So it brings up the question, which our day and age with AI and artificial intelligence and all that is asking the question, what is true?
That's a very good question.
And that is. I would love to have people just outline it, because as a librarian, I've had to deal with this as part of the teaching information literacy within libraries. There are certain things you say, oh, this helps you get somewhere. I'd love to hear what you think this is.
Absolutely.
That gets us somewhere to understand what is true.
Contrary to popular belief, we don't know it all. We think we
what?
do. We think we do.
Just a sec here.
Going to back up on that one?
Yeah. Okay. I'll step. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But yes. But I would love to hear.
Please write in, phone in, email us. Till next time.
Yes.
Local news sponsored by Mid-Plains Diesel. Rosetown residents, are you interested in becoming a volunteer firefighter? Currently, the Rosetown Fire Department is looking to fill positions of paid, on-call firefighters. This means you will get paid for calls that you attend. If you are interested, please visit rosetown.ca for an application, which you can then submit to the Town of Rosetown or send via email to rstw.fire@sastel.net. Thanks to the overwhelming support of the local community, the Utonia Huskies have decided they would like to return some of the support they were shown during their inaugural season with the White Mud League by announcing that moving forward, they will be asking for a silver donation in lieu of admission for all games. The response was overwhelming. We had people attend every single home game who expressed to us that they never would have been able to do so if it wasn't for the donated season ticket. The stands were packed with excited fans that brought the best energy to our hometown team. With the help of our generous sponsors and fundraisers, we are so proud that we are able to make Senior Huskies home games accessible to everyone. So be sure to come out and support your Huskies this hockey season because, as they say, pay what you can and fill the stands. It's that time of year, and Cooper's Holiday Giveaway is back. Head into the Kindersley or Etonia food stores to enter for a chance to win one of the 90 prizes available. The contest runs until December 16th, and you must be a Co-op Kids Club member to enter. Not a member? Don't worry. You can get more information and become a member through the Co-op website. Hi, Kevin here from the Kevin and Ron Show.
Yes, and this is Ron from the Ron and Kevin Show.
Cool. Well, we're both here.
We are.
And we're not even asleep.
I know. And that...
You know why?
No.
I hit the snooze button.
All right.
And I woke up in time.
Which time?
Real time.
Was it the right time?
It was, because I'm here.
Yeah,
Right
okay.
now, I'm here.
Excellent. You know,
That's my question for you.
And I did have a snooze myself today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So you're fresh and ready to go.
I am, but I don't believe in hitting buttons. For years, I don't have an alarm clock. I don't use one.
Just an internal clock?
It must be.
Wow.
Or somebody beside me just telling me time to get up. You know.
Well, I have to use my phone because, unfortunately, power outages happen.
Yeah.
And when you wake up to a flashing clock,
you're in big trouble.
You're in big trouble.
Oh,
so I just use my
question
phone
about it.
because
So when you hit the snooze button, what happens? I mean, you go back, you snooze.
Oh, it's supposed to give you an extra 10 or 15 minutes of sleep. Is that really necessary?
Is that helpful?
I don't know. Health-wise, I don't think so. But maybe it's not.
Yeah, I mean, the article that I read sort of implied that it didn't make much difference. Who cares?
Unless you're just lazy and don't want to get out of bed.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a whole other question that we need to explore, the question of when do you really need to get up?
Right. So if you start work at 8, you should be up at least by 7.
Yeah, well, it depends how long it takes for you
Not
to shower.
Not 7:45.
No, 7:45 probably would not be good.
No.
Especially if you have to go somewhere versus working in-house.
So if you set the alarm for 7 and you start work at 8, you set the alarm, but the snooze, it goes off, you hit the snooze button and say it's 7:10 or 7:15.
Yeah, let's say.
Do you hit it for a second time?
Well, I believe that does something for you.
Okay.
And you know that stirs the adrenaline. Just thinking that I could be late, and you hit the button second time, and you're thinking, and all of a sudden it wakes your whole body up. So that when you wake up at 7:30, you are like, you're on your way. As compared to you hit the snooze button once, 7:15, lots of time, and who ends up getting there on time? 7:30. Not 7:15.
Interesting. I didn't think about that.
Well, I haven't thought a lot about it either.
I just thought people were lazy and didn't want to get up in time.
Well, that could be. Now, what if you hit the snooze button 3 times? It's 7:45.
Well, now you've got to really hope that your hair looks okay and you don't have body odor. Otherwise, you'll have time to get dressed and drive to work.
Get rid of the hair.
I would.
I mean, that's it.
It's number one.
Yeah, exactly.
That and deodorant. And I would dress appropriately for work.
Yeah, start the evening off well. Dress before you have to get up in the morning.
Unless you sleep in your work clothes.
Oh, you could do that. What a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you did that, you could hit the snooze button the 4th time and just walk out the door. Of course, the better thing is work at home.
Then you wouldn't have to worry about it so much.
And turn off your picture on your your computer.
Right.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, I'm about to fall asleep with this thought.
I think we should probably wrap it up.
Yes.
I think we're out of time.
I think so.
Events sponsored by Royal Flush, the company for septic services.
On Saturday, December 9th, St. Paul's in Kindersley is holding a cookie lane and bake sale at 2 p.m. There will be tons of goodies, a great way to get a head start on your holiday baking. And as the Reverend Peter says, life is short, so eat the cookies. So come out and support St. Paul's. From now until January 15th, capture the magic of the season by visiting Eaton's Once Upon a Christmas exhibit at the Western Development Museum in Saskatoon. During the years following the Second World War, Canadians who shopped at Eaton's were in cities like Winnipeg and Toronto were treated to windows full of Christmas scenes and figures. Now is your chance to experience that again. The exhibit is open until January 7th and is included with museum admission. Take a festive look at the Outlook and District Regional Park's 4th annual Winter Wonderland. Check out the campsites decorated by local businesses, schools, and clubs, showcasing the community spirit. On December 13th, come out for a stroll, a hot chocolate, and a visit to Santa. The park will be open each night from 6 to 9 p.m. Admission is by donation. The Kindersley Museum of Lights is back for another holiday season. Please remember that Fridays will be drive-through only and Saturdays will be walk-through, along with the classic indoor event everyone loves with music, sleigh rides, and activities. The event times are from 7 to 9 p.m. and for anyone who may be sensitive to the lights, this display does have flashing lights.
Welcome. It's the Kevin and Ron
Show.
Yes, and here we are.
And this is Ron.
Yeah, and this is Kevin.
Hi.
Hi.
And we're live for your viewing pleasure.
Yes, and if you look behind us, isn't that scene beautiful?
It's awesome.
Yeah, we're just jumping up and down about what that could be about. I can hardly wait to see what it will be.
Whatever it is, I hope it's not a big picture of a credit card or something.
Well, yeah, because do you know, a quarter of the people, this is supposedly a truth.
Okay.
A quarter of people in Canada haven't paid off or are still paying off their debts from Christmas past.
Oh my, that's a fairly big percentage.
Well, yeah.
Whew.
Can you imagine you get together with 4 people, you're sitting down at the coffee table, and you realize that one of them really can't afford this?
You know what? Looking at the whole situation in general, I could believe that.
Yeah, and maybe it's 2 or 3 of us. I mean, maybe none of us can afford it watching inflation this past year.
Wow. Is it want to keep up with the Joneses kind of syndrome, or?
Well, I thought about that just because I'm in the midst of, as we're looking at this, looking at buying gifts or having already bought gifts for Christmas, and I'm thinking, this gets very expensive. Why am I doing this? And I mean, one is it's kids.
Of course.
It's family. I just want to express my appreciation to them and all that.
It's funny how a compliment doesn't go very far. It's got to be cash or toys.
Really?
And by toys, I mean like a Subaru or something. Or
yeah, I was waiting to see what
bike.
you called a toy, because my toys, I still, the little dinky toys.
Yes.
I mean, they've expanded and made them different, and you can actually turn them out of Lego, and you can do all that.
Right.
I still consider that a toy.
Well, Lego is expensive too. Have you seen the prices of Lego?
Yeah, I'm doing Christmas shopping.
Yeah, I just bought some for my grandson. I know.
Good. Yeah, I'm not buying some for my grandson. At least I'm not planning on it at the moment. I don't think I can afford to do that.
And if you do, don't use a credit card though. If you can help it. Or if you do, just make sure you can pay it off fairly quickly.
Yeah.
It's very tempting. The credit card companies make it so tempting.
Yeah.
For you to use the card, and of course just pay the minimum, so it'll take you longer.
So another interesting little thought, and who knows where you find these things, but it is said that somewhere around 75-80% of mortgages will come due in the next 2 years.
Ooh, that could be an issue.
And it's one of the big issues that governments are going to have to face, that foreclosures are going to happen. I mean, it's obvious.
Kind of like the early 80s when interest rates went so high.
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh, that was not good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember having a 6.75% mortgage in the 80s, and finding out 2 years later, if I had to renew it, which I didn't, thankfully, it would have been 16%.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
And I fear for us if we end up in that kind of cycle once again.
Wow.
It was not a good time.
No, it is not.
No. So pay your credit card off.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. And if you can, use it and then pay it off right away. Don't wait for 3 or 6 months.
Yeah.
Save yourself the interest charges.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah. And what's the little cut the card? We should start. It's a new movement, by the way. If you want to join me, cut the card.
Okay.
I don't think you can do it.
Well, I could do it, but I'd just go get another one.
Well, exactly.
I lost it.
Okay, here's the next question, Kevin.
Okay.
When was the last time you actually had substantial cash in your wallet?
Right now.
Wow.
$50. $50.
No, I'm talking substantial.
Oh, it's been a long time. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had substantial.
Okay, well then that's a whole other question.
To me, $50 is substantial right now.
But how often do we actually carry cash now? You have to have the plastic. So the cut the plastic thing, I don't think would work. Although there's a psychological thing that I think would be helpful with that.
It would help and it would hinder.
Yeah.
Like everything else, as good as bad.
Yeah.
Up and down.
Yeah. It's all plastic.
It is.
You know, whether it's
Recycling
toxic,
plastic.
whether the plastic is toxic or not,
No.
it doesn't matter.
It's the interest rates that are toxic, not the plastic itself.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
stay away from the plastic. It's a good idea.
Recycle.
Yes.
Okay. Until next time.
Sports, sponsored by the Tint Doctor. We've got you covered.
The 2023 Masters Grand Slam rocks the Merlis Belcher Place in Saskatoon from December 12th to the 17th. This event features the top-ranked men's and women's curling teams from around the world. For both primetime packages and weekend packages to this event, please visit thegrandslamofcurling.com. Lacrosse fans, come on out and cheer loud as the Saskatchewan Rush take on the Albany Firewolves on Sunday, December the 31st at 7 p.m. at SaskTel Centre in Saskatoon. Grab your tickets at ticketmaster.ca. The 2023 Saskatchewan Sport Awards and Sportsnet's Hazel May are coming to Regina on February 1st, 2024. The events will include an annual awards program that celebrates the achievements and dedication of individuals in the amateur sport community. Tickets for the event are on sale now. Individual tickets for the awards program can be purchased for $20, while an individual breakfast ticket is available for $30 and a combo ticket is both for $45. Nominations for the awards are still open, with the Excellence Awards category closing on December 20th at 11:59 p.m. Nomination forms can be found at sasksport.ca. Are you looking for a hilarious night out? Well, you're in luck, as the Iron Horse Kindersley Clippers are featuring comedian Kelly Taylor and special guest star John Nasty Marasti on January 13th at the Norm Ritchie Center. Email clippersmarketing@gmail.com to get your tickets and table today. Hi, Ron.
Oh, hi, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm alive and well.
I would say you're correct in that
Well,
assumption.
thank you. I'm not underground.
That is a good... Wow.
But have you...
Well, isn't that a segue,
whoa,
folks?
that just took us right in
And
there.
they're thinking, what are they talking about
Exactly.
today? Well, we're talking about heat pumps today.
Yes, we got pumped up over this one.
Oh,
that was bad.
we better stop now. Pump you up anyway. Well, you know, it's the government has a program out, the federal government.
Yeah.
It's a program for if you want to buy a heat pump or do other kind of renovations.
Sort of a green
to your home.
energy type of...
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
If you want to upgrade your windows, for example, too. They're burning through so much money right now. They figure to be out of it by next year already.
Wow.
That's how much people are applying for this program.
Well, I think it's probably people realizing how little money they have, because we're in those transition stages
Yes.
where you are unsure of what's going to happen, so you grab whatever you can as you go, and some of it may not be useful at all, but
Well, I've heard a bunch of different stories on heat pumps.
Okay.
The ones that they're the non-geothermal ones, I'm told, again, I can't confirm or deny this, but they say they're not as good in the colder temperatures.
well, what I have heard is, or originally they had this standard, they were trying to get down to -10, that you could still survive in the house. It might be cold.
Right.
And they've supposedly got almost down to -25 now. I don't care. -25 in January, February, and March in Saskatchewan.
That's
I'm going to
dark
have to
cold.
find another heat source, because it's not going to work.
So why would you choose a heat pump then if you already have a natural gas furnace?
Because the heat pump is cheaper. So yeah, I suppose if you look at it this way, the heat pump saves you this much money, but you're still going to have to pay this much. But it's only this much,
Right.
as compared to what it would have been
Okay.
previously. I mean, but is that a real good reason to have a heat pump?
Well, maybe not. Maybe if you say $400 a year. Okay, well, that's a couple tankfuls of gas, I guess, for your
Yeah.
car. But I guess the heat pump has a dual purpose as well. You could use it as an air conditioner for the summer.
Which I think
That's a great thing.
that is a great idea.
Right, but if you still got to have a extra heat source for the winter, yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not sold on that program.
No, and it's a whole question too in Saskatchewan, and we have to deal with this.
Yes.
Is our power grid is not based in hydroelectricity. it's not based in many of what we would call renewable resources.
Right.
We're having to find different ways to go at providing the electricity in order that you have the electricity to have the heat pump in order to heat your house. And which is, as we talk green, which is, like green is the color.
Right.
Because we love Saskatchewan.
Absolutely.
But that's only football. So what are we doing with the rest of the green stuff? How do we deal with that?
I don't know. Lacrosse team, our Saskatchewan Rush.
Yes, that's a Rush.
Yeah, that's a Rush. Maybe they'll put that on the back here on the.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be.
Or we could have the green and whites,
Right.
or we could like we could go real green, which might be interesting.
Well, I'm part Irish, so that would consider me green already.
Okay, not my background, brother. Not my background at
I'm
all.
sorry to hear that, but anyway.
But okay, so I take a heat pump.
Yes.
I use one that basically sucks in the air.
Yes.
Gets the energy, the heat out of the air.
Correct.
And it gets colder, doesn't work. I dig a hole and get down to where the heat is insulated into the earth.
Right.
But then you have to go quite a distance.
I'm told anywhere from 200 to 400 feet.
Yeah, I wonder if you have to go quite that far. But in Saskatchewan, when it gets 40 below, can you imagine how far down? So
yeah.
And this begins to sound like a lot of the discussions that I'm hearing people that are talking about heat pumps. That we don't know. We don't understand it, and people are trying to teach us about it. And in our day and age, in our culture, what one person says, we really doubt sometimes whether they know what they're talking about.
And sometimes people don't know what we're talking about.
Well, that's very true. Neither do we.
No.
And were you just saying that it's time? Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, so we should finish talking.
We should. Merry Christmas, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you in January.
Yes.
Hi everyone, be sure to grab a free copy of our bi-weekly print issue in over 50 locations across Kinnersley. Also included in our magazine is the free Kinnersley Social Extra, where we publish things like community events for nonprofits and obituaries for free. If you would like to be featured in our magazine or have something advertised, please email hello@kinnersleysocial.ca.